Decision is ahead for the Austin School Board. Their vote tonight could mean you're spending more money on your property taxes. Well, what would it pay for? KXAN's Katina McHenry has more.
Tonight is when the Board of Trustees will decide whether or not to ask you to go to the polls in November. They are proposing a 5-cent property tax increase, and that is an alternative to cutting hundreds of jobs and possibly many programs. Dr. Maria Karstoppen spent the first part of her back-to-school day meeting and greeting parents and students at 9 AISD schools, including Baranoff Elementary. She was making sure the school day was flowing smoothly. Something else on her mind? Which way the school board will vote on asking Austinites for a 5-cent property tax hike. The extra nickel would help close a $20 million budget deficit the district is facing. It would give a 3% pay raise for teachers, replace funds for pre-K programs since the state is beginning to cut funding, and invest in East Austin schools.
I'm just hoping they'll have the discussion, and we've been hearing from the public, and that they'll make the right decision based on what the people of Austin want.
And there was a discussion at last week's public hearing where nearly 100 people showed up to talk about the issue, and not everyone is on board.
We're taxed enough. We've had it. We're tapped out. I'm sorry. They want to facilitate better use of funds. Let's cut out this mid-management. Let's go back to the basics. Let's have one principal and one superintendent and not all this middle management stuff. We don't need it. It's not necessary.
But a recent poll by Education Austin shows there may be enough support.
54% right off the bat said, yes, I would support the 5-cent increase. 30% said they were against it.
The Board of Trustees will meet here to make their decision tonight at 7 o'clock. Reporting from Central Austin, Katina McHenry, KXAN Austin News.
For more back-to-school news, head to KXAN.com and click on the Back-to-School tab on our homepage. There you'll find a link to the state's immunization page, a link to a searchable database for school standards, and more. And you can also email us your back-to-school photographs. That's all at KXAN.com.